Give me 1 second. So that's bad. Hey, Judy, why don't you say something while we're waiting? Yeah. Oh, never mind. My audio also got reset for you as well. This is awkward.
Oh, no.
All right, now we hear you, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the tech issues. It happens after a while. Digital Cast, welcome back. Valorant's Oceania Tour 2022, Stage 2, Open Qualifiers 1. Mindfreak, their new roster, versus Crash's Kittens. I'm Digital Cast, and now with me tonight, Junior OCE, ex-pro player turned caster. How are you doing tonight?
I'm brilliant. I'm really looking forward to this game. I mean, a few good mates of mine have been, well, Crash namely, you know, playing against some ex-competitors against me and Mindfreak, so I think this will be a very good game.
Well, I certainly do hope so, because the game has just started. Map 1 is going to be Ascent, so you know what, let's just log into the agent pick select and just have a rundown of what your agents are going to be chosen. So, Junior, why don't you take us away as the esteemed colorcaster for this one?
All right, easy. So I reckon we'll be seeing pretty standard comps now. I'm seeing that Omen from the side of Mindfreak, which I'm very excited for, because in the last few metas, you know, we've had Astro when she was really strong, and then we saw a lot of Brimstone when he was buffed. But with the recent nerf giving him only one stim beaking, seeing a bit more of Omen will be a bit interesting, because obviously he's got the flash, so I think he'll be a bit stronger. But again, both standard comps, seeing the Breach, the Omen, it's a little bit new to me anyway, so I'm really excited to jump into this game.
All right, yeah, perfect. And you know what? Let's just go through the videos real quick as well, just before that, you know, we do load too quickly into the game, because we are going to be having best of 3 series to qualify into the round of 16. Mindfreak bans Fracture, Crash's Kittens ban Split. It's going to be Ascent, it's going to be Breeze, and it's going to be Bind. And the last map is going to be Ascent, Breeze, and Haven. Those are the 3 maps tonight. Videos are hard to read nowadays, but whatever. Overall, not really your stock standard 3 maps, I reckon. At least in the sense that the order, I don't think, is quite something we see a lot nowadays.
Yeah, I think seeing the Ascent is usually pretty standard, but the Breeze and the Haven, they're very open maps, so can allow for a lot of variance in what we're going to see. But I think we're going to be jumping straight into it, because look at this, they're stacking right up towards the A side here.
Oh yeah, it's hard, it's fast, it's dirty, a bit of action right off the bat, but so far, so good. Just some aggression, baiting out some usual from the defense, and just like that, look at that, Mindfreak, they just back off.
I have the spike.
It's good to get that like really aggressive early info. Just get control of this A main position. Maybe try to bait out some util, bait out a rotate, but just getting the ground is really important. These guys haven't made any noise, so the side of Crash's Kittens, they're just going to be thinking it's a complete default, but the drone might be coming out here from Soju, which would initiate a bit of a hit here.
Well,
flashes are out. Yeah,
that's right. Flash, dash, drone, Duddy Boy, great kill first onto Mirza. A site's been taken. Looks like to be a retake game.
Very nice entry there. Getting the first pick and the bomb plant. It's going to be really hard retake from Crash's Kittens here, as they're all going to be going through heaven.
Duddy's waiting. Great stun, but he walks right into it. Duddy, come on, man. You know better than that. And still fires 2 shots, 2 wall bangs. Duddy Boy's off on a burner already. Game 1, map 1, round 1. And now the last 2 defenders trying desperately to land some headshots. Not quite working out. It's all down to Gripes. Tensai cleans house. Junior, Duddy Boy is an absolute criminal.
What is that from Duddy? He walks into the stun and we're like, oh no, he's thrown it. He's absolutely trolled. But then he's just gotten 2 headshot wall bangs through that corner there. That is absolute unreal scenes from Duddy Boy. And that is exactly how you want to be starting off of this match with Ascent. That is absolutely huge from him.
He's built different. It's one of the things about Duddy Boy, right? We all know that how cracked of a player he is, but the main thing that really stands out for me about this player in the scene is his spatial awareness. Something about it in this game, he just lives in the Matrix. You only see this kind of crazy stuff from him. This round though, similar situation, A aggression, util, get the orb, which is relatively almost always free, and Crash's Kittens. Oh look, it's just about doing damage.
Yeah, I think they've realized that they're stacking up numbers towards the A side here, just to try to find something with these classics. Any kill they get here is valuable, especially seeing as there's one Vandal put out by Duddy, because he's obviously feeling himself, but we'll see how they go, because it looks like it's about to be initiated, and Mirza, he is all on his own at the entrance here.
He's done. No smokes. The flash. I mean, it's a brave, valiant attempt. Zane actually does get one with the classic at distance, but Mindfreak strike right back. Guns barreling. Nice pop flash. Soju eats it to the face, but doesn't matter. His teammates are there to protect him. Somehow Gripes gets the right click, but Mindfreak losing 2 players. That's the limit, really. They still win the round.
That's actually not as bad as it looks for Crash's Kittens there, you know, getting 2 kills with the classics and also shutting down Duddy Boy, making him just, you know, a bit of a reality check. Like, yeah, you can kill 2 of us through a wall, but you're still going to die to a classic next round.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's a good bit of damage done and also a bit of mental damage, you know. It's good, always good to get those classic kills.
But now the true test of the mettle of these two teams, you know, it really comes down to these rifle rounds. Granted, Mindfreak, it's a bit of a bonus. They're not too fast here, but these blades are deadly. And Duddy Boy looking to get the orb so he can have the blades online and just throw himself at the enemy. So it's really good for Duddy to, you know, really run in there early rounds, get those kills, and even die, just counting up the ult charges.
Yeah, it looks like Crash's Kittens have realized they're going to be going for this orb, but they're just going to give it. Not really worth contesting there when you're playing against a comp such as Breach Omen. There's so many stuns and flashes that you're going to be running into. They just decide, give them the guns, we'll play our game, play our ground, and if they play it right, they should win. But I don't know, like we've seen what Duddy's capable of already, so we'll see what he can get done with his knives.
Duddy, come on, leading the charge as per always. Running in, he gets paranoid though. It's a bit of a rough spot, but it's okay. Classics have been pulled out, trying to fire off some shots. Mindfreak still walking off the side slowly, but numbers overwhelm better weaponry. How about Crash's Kittens? They are fragging right back. Mindfreak, it's a bonus round, and they made it a 2v2. That's a small win right on its own. Sicko closing the door, TP's to safety. Spike looking still good to get planted. Crash's Kittens, this is their worst nightmare.
The trades are out. I don't think this is such a bad situation here. They just need to be able to get in early enough and isolate their position so they know already Duddy Boy is stuck in hell, and this can be really big, but Sicko playing the position in main. It's going to be large, but Duddy Boy gets the jump shot, headshot on his aim, and now it's pulling 1 versus 2 retake, and Sicko shuts him out, and that's very well played around there from Mindfreak, just using their ground effectively, and just playing split positions like that in a 2 versus 2 can be super effective.
How does he do that? It just... Duddy Boy, man. This guy... Okay, you know what? Let's just stop, like, sitting on him. I won't say sitting on him, but, you know, bandwagoning him too much right now. But look, he's been putting on a strong performance. That round worked out pretty much in Mindfreak's favor. Fantastic. And Crash's Kittens, oh dear, not the best start you want for a map like Ascent.
It's definitely not what you want. Losing the bonus there, now they're forced onto pretty bad weaponry. It's not how you want to start out the map, so hopefully they'll be able to open out the gates with a pick in one of these rounds, try to just damage their economy a bit more, but Mindfreak, like, the reason these guys have been such a high tier team for so long in terms of, you know, just the org, always picking up teams like this, they're always using what they have effectively. They're never rushing into bad positions and just taking their time when they know they have the advantage.
Yeah, indeed. Crash's Kittens now, I think, to me, they are a team that is lesser known, obviously, but when it comes to these strategies, I really do think they have some pretty nice set plays and good coordination. But really, in a game like this, I think what it comes down to is these star players really stepping up and, you know, landing these shots. And Duddy Boy, he's just doing right that, the timing. He's basically worked his way free up mid. They're against an eco round, so it's just stat padding almost and charging up those ult orbs at this point.
Exactly, and Duddy Boy, he's got the timing here. Look at the trigger discipline. He's going to get one, but he's ready for it. But Gloom still goes down. It almost gets the third. Alex shuts him down, tells Duddy Boy, no eco ace for you. And now it's a 3 versus 4 retake.
Well, bomb down. Mindfreak. 4v3. Better weapons, and it's such a split post plan. Util coming through as well. What? Fantastic thing onto Alex. Chalk Dust raining down to main. 10 side with a wall bang. Still trying to go for more. Crash's Kittens at this point, you know, Merza, maybe just go save the rifle into the next round because they're getting nothing done. Mindfreak clean house completely.
Again, that's just the experience difference, right? You've got a lot of long-term players on the side of Mindfreak. Timeout's going to be called from Crash's Kittens. I think well deserved. They need to have a bit of a pace change here, but like I was saying, it's just the experience diff. You have so many players on Mindfreak who have played Valorant since release, and also players who have come over from Counter-Strike like Tensai, like Soju. And when it comes to situations like that, it's all about just, you know, playing off of each other, playing cohesively. And when you're not using your util, you're just taking these gunfights. It really just comes down to experience and aim. Yeah.
And you know what? Can we just also mention that in stage 1, Mindfreak, they kind of struggled a bit, right? It seemed like their team play wasn't quite there. They had these huge individual moments, but they weren't quite at that level just yet. And even, you know, last stage, Mindfreak, they were publicly saying, this is just basically our initial run. We're building up to stage 2. We only got the team together. We're still trying to sort out the kinks, but stage 2 is where we make a real good run. So far, this is their debut performance versus, like we said, a lesser known team. So I wouldn't really count this as, you know, a super strong high-end game, at least so far. but so far, from what we've seen, it's good. Really stock standard. Good discipline. Good team play.
Exactly, yeah. Only 4 rounds in. They haven't really been put too much pressure on, but from what we're seeing, you can't really fault them at any point.
Well, now, finally, Crash's Kittens, they can rebuy, and let's just see if, you know, that tactical tarmac managed to do them any good. I don't know. They do have Gripes as a KO null command to play off of, perhaps in the retake situation, also buy some extra time. But Mindfreak, they've changed it up completely, no longer going over towards A. Instead, the second time, just aggressively sprinting down mid. It's a bit of a crossfire, though. The drone didn't clear the angle. It's a deadly crossfire. Alex for 1, Gloom for the second. Dunnyboy tries to frag back, and he is always good for 1. But don't tell me this guy's going for war at this point. Mindfreak, they're initiating the B split. 2 players are already on site. And Crash's Kittens trying to pinch into Dunnyboy just to get rid of the guy. They have to double swing him. At this point, triple swing just to finish him off. That's how big of a threat he is. But Spike down, and this post one, it's gonna be a bit weak.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard for them here. Them getting that pick on a Dunnyboy eliminates the threat of the reflank, so it should be a very winnable round here for Crash's Kittens and Greeps. He's got the timing on a Seiko as well, and now it's on a Soju. 1 versus 4. It's looking pretty grim for him.
Oh, okay. That's a start. But they do know that he's surely on site. There's no way else he could be. But look, you swing for 1. There's already someone else of Mindfreak. Man advantage there to trade outs. Hey, at least he went down with the fight.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think that timeout was very much needed there from Crash's Kittens because it was a bit of a pace change for him. And I noticed also on the A side, they decided to kind of hold that ground a bit more. They're playing a bit more aggressively, playing their game a bit more. I think they just needed the reminder, like, these guys, they're human. You know, you can still kill them. We have to play our game. We have to play smart. And they just took their ground and held their ground effectively.
Indeed. And you saw how they, you know, counted one of the biggest, well, advantages Mindfreak has, being Dunnyboy, right? Just, I wouldn't say being let loose, but just being able to do his own little thing. They just set up so much manpower just to take him down. They calmed it clearly. Dunny's over towards lower mid. Everyone swing him, make sure he goes down first, and then we can focus on playing retake. That's what happened. They were happy to let this bomb go down, just to get that player advantage. But now, at this point, Mindfreak, another change of pace. A sites, right for the taking, the door gets closed. Oh dear, Dutty damn near gets the kill onto Killjoy, but sites free, they just don't know it yet.
I think this drone should confirm their suspicions, and going for that door plant, that door break, so late into the round, always so risky. He almost gets caught out, but now it looks like Mindfreak, they're going to be taking free reign of this site, and you might be wondering why they're playing off-site, but that's because they have Gloom with the Killjoy ult, so this is a very strong piece of retake utility, and Mindfreak, they have to realize that. They might be trying to go for some short aggression, but Seiko catches Alex out in the open, and look at this setup. The defender Killjoy ult comes in, and retake starting.
Yep, everyone's running together at the same time. There comes a leap. It's a tit for tat trade. Mindfreak still holding steady. In fact, they have the man advantage now. Mindfreak paranoia, flashes galore, util being dumped everywhere, and Crash's Kittens in the really tight spot at this point. So many angles to clear, no smokes, losing that Astro player early on. Zane, he's blind, dead to rights. Wow, look, the ultimates on Crash's Kittens for the retake did absolutely nothing. It was really that kill from Sicko, I think, lurking just a little bit or towards top mid, getting the kill onto Alex. I would like to think that probably had a butterfly effect towards later that round.
Yeah, so this is a really strong setup from Mindfreak, right? They had 3 people going in through A. They realized no one's playing on site. They must be playing retake with the Killjoy ult. So they had 1 at mid link, 1 top mid, not over-aggressing short, waiting for that ultimate, and then taking that ground as a team and just destroying that ult.
Oh, yeah.
And Crash's Kittens, they had the read. They knew the ult was getting broken. They all went heaven, but it was just all for naught anyway.
Well, Crash's Kittens, once again on the eco, something they are quite familiar with at this point. Taking slow and steady, a Mindfreak, they know exactly what's going on. And, you know, I kind of get the feeling this is exactly what Lewis Watson was trying to pound into them. Against anti-ecos, buddy system, just take it slow. Clear these angles systematically. Make sure you maintain your life and the guns.
Yeah, exactly right. And look where Omen's playing. Like, if you don't have anyone with you, you play so far back against these weak guns. He's holding a line all the way from spawn. The other guys are all sitting near a teammate. Just not giving them any kind of advantage to try and win the round, because as long as they all stick together, there should be no way Crash's Kittens can take this round from him.
Oh, look at that though. Jet Steep still has the dash to play with Mirza. Ay, 1 to the head, slice and dice onto 10 side. Great start, and the smokes, the comms. He knows what's coming. Hunter's Fury being dumped down early. He's trying to delay the push. It's good damage. Oh no, they're on Eagle, but Dunderboy pushes in. Only good for 1 though. And now it's all down to Sicko, the clutch master. 1v4. The Vandal, though, I don't know, has landed his
30
shots
seconds
precisely. One swing, he's good for one. Sees the second onto Gripes, but however, couldn't quite land this shot. That is highway robbery coming out from Crash's Kittens.
Now, look, I might have done a little bit of Caster's cursing there, but we won't talk about that. What we will talk about is the strength of Jet, just holding that forward position with the knives there, being able to get that quick headshot and dash out to safety with his teammates just coming in for the support. It's so good just being able to isolate, not only get that kill, but that early information and knowing they're coming towards the B site.
Yeah.
Therefore, their teammates could just react, appropriately.
Plus, I really think the Hunter's Fury used on that round there from Zane, that did so much damage and value, either splitting up the attackers or just doing the damage initially, causing the chaos. And now, let's focus on this round. Mindfreak, back to their stock standard plays, I reckon. Going over towards A, eyeballing the ult orb. It's a bit of a fake TP. Moza, second guessing though. He doesn't know. It's just the intel game. Nice smoke curve. And Moza still gonna stay inside there. The smoke criminal trying to emulate Duddy. They're just dancing around each other's toes. Next door neighbors. Finally, the triple swing. Moza misses the shot. That's disastrous. Still gets one though, but Sicko was thankfully there to quickly trade out. But my goodness, that was a bit sloppy.
Yeah, it definitely was a bit sloppy. The smoke from Duddy Boy actually nullified the flash from Watt into A main, and I don't think they had another flash to clear him out, so they ended up having to walk dry into Merza, which did end up in Merza getting a pick. Thankfully, they were able to trade it out, because as we know, it is Jet. If she gets that first shot, she's dashing out for free, and it's a 5v4, but luckily, for Mindfreak at least, Merza did a little bit of whiffing there.
Yeah. Well, game one jitters. I always like to think that's what happens. But Mindfreak still insistent in going over towards A. They've cut noise and now just keeps Crash's Kittens guessing a little bit. And Alex, mate, getting caught with his pants down. Gripes has to pop his ulti just to buy some more time. However, the players can still run over towards him. Fire rate boost, good for 2-3 bullets. Has to land a headshot and he misses at the worst of times. He gets downed. He might get toasted just soon, but it's all down to Soju. 1v2 essentially right now with one player there calling intel for him. Aldrone comes first. Soju gets tagged by it. That's the worst possible outcome. They know exactly where he is. The double swing. The moment Soju swings out, he's dead to rights. Op shot, misses around the corner. Soji's so good in these situations. There's two 1v1 isolated Jills, and however, he's whistling down the ammo on the Bulldog. 4 bullets left. And Gloom, you gotta be careful here. Soju has a perfect intel, swaps to the Phantom, 0 bullets, commits to a reload. It's okay, just stands around the box, but no, he thought Gloom moved up. Instead, Gloom held his ground, swinging over towards main, gets the final kill and the defuse. That came down to the wire though.
That was so much closer than it needed to be. Gloom missing that shot with the operator was almost lethal, because when you're playing against Soju in a clutch situation, that's definitely not the player you want to be missing against. He has won those situations so many times, and I thought we were about to see it again, but there was a good reposition there from Gloom, just ducking around the corner into main so that the shock dart, the recon dart rather, did not see him. So Soju thought he did end up ducking behind the generator, and unfortunately for him, Gloom managed to take him out, and that's a very much needed round for Crash's Kittens.
You know, also got some updated info from Nellery, the manager or the coach of Mindfreak actually. Turns out Soju now is RGL, not Watt. So Watt is going to be playing dedicated support, more brain power for him to think, you know, how best to support his team. And so I like to think it's actually, you know, putting in some pretty good value coming to this game. But Mindfreak, pedal to the metal, just sprinting over towards B. Not that it really works though, because Zane, the instant execution, Hunter's Fury, and Zane just dodging around the ultimate. He's managed to escape to safety, and look at the util, which just buys so much time for the rotations. Mindfreak, they're in the rough spot.
This util stall has been so good so far from Crash's Kittens, but they're pushing into the site now. Not able to connect the shot, but Merza gets the quick trade back on a Watt after Duddy Boy gets the first pick, but Duddy Boy's pushing all the way through CT. He finds another one with the knives, and now the retake is onto the side, but Duddy Boy's a big threat in the back, so Merza's got to get these kills quickly, but Soju, again, he's just too sharp. He cannot count this guy out ever, so now he's stuck in the back of the site. Soju with the Sheriff, and Duddy Boy is on the flank. He does get the kill onto Gloom, and now it's a 2 versus 1.
Oh no,
very close.
They should have pushed. Soju saw him. Soju saw him. But it's a 1v1 isolated duel. He just has to make it a 1v1, make it more doable. And Duddy's already lying in wait. Oh dear. Crash's Kittens, they had honestly every way to win that round. But Mindfreak, full composure, played it slow despite being on the weaker buy. And Duddy Boy working all around the map.
This is the Duddy show. I mean, you called it before, you know, it's like they just want to let him free, let him do his thing, and he just walked alone through mid there with the knives, found 2 picks on his own, wrapped back around B main, got another one, and then just grabbed the AWP and finished it off. Like, That is such a good round there from Duddy Boy. That shouldn't have been a winnable round from Mindfreak, but he's just made it possible.
Oh dear. But hey, look, despite what's happening in the rounds and despite what we say, right? 3-6, it's not bad. And that flash dash play, we haven't seen that in quite a while. But the Spectre at that range, I don't know, man. Kinda didn't work out in his favor.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, there's no one set up ready for it, but there's a quick hit onto A here. Again, Duddy Boy just running all the way through, just doing what he does. And he pushes straight through the smoke while Gloom's not ready for it, gets the headshot there. He's trying to look for more, but Alex shuts him down quickly, and now it's a 3 versus 4. Another post-plant situation for Mindfreak, and these guys are so good at these. It's so hard to push back into the site when these guys have such good positions, all spread across the map.
At this point, though, Crash's Kittens time is whistling down, and Mindfreak, they're still playing very split up in this post-plant situation. One over towards Hell. Essentially the only player on site as the rest of the players are smoked off. However, Soju gets the first kill initially. From outside the cage, Tensai was good for none. Soju locks it down, and it's all down to the last player, Zane. Can't drop, can't do anything. Mindfreak, that's the 7th round on the board.
Tell you what, there's no better feeling when you're in a team than your IGL fragging out. Because, like, that's the person you're supposed to just be, you know, focusing less on, well, not less on the game, but, you know, more on making calls.
Yeah.
So when they're fragging out, it's a good sign.
Well, you know, Soju, he is getting frags. He's doing work, but for the most part, you know, everyone kind of pales in comparison to Daddy right now. You know what? I think let's take a break. So let's stop talking about Daddy too much. He might actually start blushing, and we'll curse him to perform worse in the second half. But instead, let's focus on Crash's Kittens. What's the play here? What can they do? Everything they've tried, site holds, retakes, has not worked against Mindfreak. It just seems a little bit disconnected right now, especially in terms of these duels, the individual drop downs.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough spot for them. They've tried the flash dash, they've tried the stacks, they've tried everything. They've tried playing slow, they've tried playing retake. If I'm Crash's Kittens here, I don't know what to do, because nothing we're doing is working out. So they've heard the footstep here. They actually get the dink tag there onto Tensai.
Oh, wow.
Almost able to isolate that pick, but they're just going to go full gung-ho, send it straight through the Cypher cage with this drone. They're on an eco round. They got nothing to lose. They just want to get these picks, but they're not able to find anything just yet. And again, Mindfreak repositioning so well, killing Alex on the A side, opening that up, and this should be just another post-plant situation for him.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Having a ghost in that situation, having to, you know, hold down A by yourself, there's not much you can really do. And look who's on the hunt. Duddy Boy, the flash dash, criminal, good for 1. Tries to go for more though, bites off more than he can chew. That's rifle gone down, and what? Oh, just a single flash, and mows them down. It's all down to Zane. And Soju, he wants to slice the pie as well. Mindfreak, they're kind of starting to run away with this game. But granted, a lot of these rounds has been against weaker buys.
Yeah, exactly right. I think Duddy Boy, he's definitely feeling himself. I think he wants some clips for Twitter, so he's starting to get a bit more aggressive here. You know, they're up 3-8, feeling a bit comfortable. Everything's probably melding well in the comms. I think these guys are playing very well together. All of their reactions have been very on point, so
yeah,
Duddy Boy's definitely feeling it.
You know, one of the interesting things, well, a train of thought to consider is Duddy Boy as the primary duelist now from Mindfreak. Could he be a better fit than Ronsky? Because Ronsky, he was instrumental to the success of Mindfreak last year, considering his absolute monster performances. But it's actually a one-man army. But when he doesn't perform, what happens then? Duddy, though, he's kind of playing more with the team and kind of working around the players, which kind of works out better, at least from what we've seen so far. But this is only mid-level competition so far in this tournament. And in this round, 2 kills early on. It's both Sentinels dead. Crash's Kittens, though, still have the brief advantage, not anymore.
Yeah, just where they thought they could bring it back a little bit. What lets them know
Oof.
we're not here to mess around. But Zane does get a tag on a 1 there, so they know there's a couple stacked up towards the B side. But we'll see how they react to this, because they do have Merza deep in wine on A, which is some pretty early information for A, so they might end up sending Greeps over towards the B side. But look, like Mindfreak, they just take their time. They have 40 seconds on the clock, and they are using all of that time to just set up and hit a site altogether effectively.
There's the flash, there's the tell, usual being thrown over towards A. But however, the A long wine presence, like you said a second ago, may not be accounted for. So it really comes down to how Mindfreak plays the post plant. As a Jet should be doing. There's the smokes, there's the dash onto the site, but Moza, take your time! It's being watched by Sicko! He does get the kill though, but he's on 30 HP, and now they know wine is something they have to be wary of. Fight to go down, Moza, the blaze pops, tries to get some kills. Zane jumps right down, does he still? Over towards Hell, gets the first shot, clean as that. Different attack trades, and now 2v1. Now what just runs right into him, but the defuse was already been stuck. He was far too late. Zane held it down, and he really delivered Crash's Kittens that final round and a half.
Well, I really thought we were about to see the Valorant Classic run and gun double kill there from what he managed to get the first one, but the defuse was stuck, and it was really smart of Zane to not get off of that one. Getting that first pick onto the spike planter, and then just realizing that he had the space, he had the teammates around him, he could just go for the defuse. That was a very smart and very quick decision from him there.
Hey, you need the rounds, man. When you're down 3-8, you just had to at least make it a 4-8 scoreline in the first half. It's not the best, but it's definitely doable. They just need the pistol round, and that basically guarantees the second, 6-8, and it's anyone's game at that point. But look, Mindfreak now on the defense. Let's see what they have cooked up. A bit of a long strategy there. The fault line initially, just to delay any aggression over towards A-Long. Wine has to be cleared, but Moza, just like Duddy Boy, leading the way. And speaking of Duddy Boy, look at him. Solo one-man army, just leading it down top mid. This could be brutal.
Oh no, they're so not going to be ready for this. They have all of A side, but Duddy Boy, look how quick he's flanked, and Gloom is not ready for it at all. That's a huge pick, because now they're all trapped inside the site. All points of entry have been covered, so they're going to have to go for a desperation play here. And look, they're stacking up to the door. They're pushing straight through. They're trying to find something. Gribbs gets the open, and Mercer gets another one onto Seco. They do get flashed off, but they haven't lost anyone yet. But Tensai, again, these guys with the flanks, they're all over the map, but he's not hitting the shots. Alex and Mercer trade out, and now it's a 1 versus 3. VOT on the bomb site. He has the spike in front of him, but there's not a whole lot he's got to be able to do. But as I say that, he gets a double dink onto Zane, and he's brought it back to a 1 versus 2. He's off the bomb. These guys, they just need to play time. They need to play together. What, he's going to tap it. They know he's not on it. He's got to go for the defuse again, but he's just not going to be allowed any space. Mercer playing that one very well there, and that all went crazy. Like, we thought Mindfreak had it in the bag, but then there's a really good counter-aggression there from Crash's Kittens through door.
I really like that play from Crash's Kittens. They just planted in a really open position and said, you know what, guys? Bring the fight to them. Our flank is exposed. 4 men run into tree room, run onto grass, and just get these kills. And then it worked out. And then the final 1v2 situation, they played the objective. That's all they had to do, leaving White in an almost unwinnable situation. No smokes, not much util as well. And Moza swinging back and forth, just making sure that he's not sticking the defuse, and even has a dash to play with in a situation like that. Oh, wow. That's the round they needed. The pistol round. And Crash's Kittens, just make sure this this anti-eco, is clean.
They're playing pretty far back.
Wow.
Duddy Boy again. Look, he's just feeling himself. He's going for these massive peaks, and he just tags Gloom there down to 64 health. I think he had a classic, so that's some that's some good damage done if they can finish him off later on into the round.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No. Yeah, no, Duddy Boy tags Gloom down, yeah. That was correct.
The other thing is, right, you have to be aware, Duddy Boy on the defense, if he always gets picked off early on for doing stuff like this, it may be a real pain in Mindfreak's side later in the defensive half. Because so far, Crash's Kittens, right, they are aware that Duddy Boy likes to be aggressive early round in defense, and they could always be looking for the punish. But this round, look at that. Get the kill onto the close range shorty player. Just take it slow before they regroup as a team. They haven't cleared close though. It doesn't matter. Tensai, he's just running gun. Oh well.
He almost got away with one there, but unfortunately for him, he does go down. And I think we just have to give Duddy Boy the benefit of the doubt there, because it is an EK round. Pushing him, getting information and a tag is pretty valuable. But yeah, we'll see how it goes forward. Like going forward, I think Duddy Boy he's probably got a little bit more discipline in him than that. So
more
if
depth,
he continues to do that in gun rounds, then definitely worth critiquing. But yeah, like these guys, they're not giving him anything. Crash's Kittens, they are holding on this site. They did not want to lose any guns in this round.
You know, I think we really had Duddy pegged as, well, you know, let's just be honest here. Ronsky, he has left them pretty big shoes to fill. So far, so good though. But we had Duddy almost pegged as that one-dimensional beast early on, just getting in there, getting these frags. But however, this round though, it's going to be a different story. Full buys on their side. I want to see what kind of strats they have cooked. Is it still going to be aggressive, or is it just going to be more stock standard, holding angles, getting those frags?
I think we should be seeing some pretty stock standard gameplay here from Mindfreak this round because you think about it this way, they have the gun advantage, they're going up against a bonus. You don't really, like most of the time, want to be going for these super risky plays that could end up in losing you a few guns and then leaving your team in a retake and once you've handed those guns over. So probably a bit of a standard setup here from Mindfreak.
Probably. And look at where Daddy Boy is. just about to walk into B main. He's thinking about it, honest to God. But Crash's Kittens, look, that's just what I was saying. They're playing a patient, waiting for the punish. And there's the depth. Daddy Boy, yeah, no, you know what? I won't swing that. I'll just back off a bit. But however, the call has been made. Util being dumped from the attackers. Crash's Kittens looking right hot to dash onto the B site. This is going to be it. This is the take.
They've been stalled out quite a bit though. It's going to be hard for them to get through this, but here it comes. They're now running out. Merza dashes out. Tensai gets the opener, and that's what we needed to see from Mindfreak. Daddy Boy gets another one with that trick through the wall, but Alex is already downstairs, and Merza gets a trade as well. It's a 2 versus 2. Daddy Boy's back at the site. They got to deal with him. 3 shots in the mag. Is he going to be able to get this kill? Gets flashed off the angle. He's peeking out wide, and he does get the headshot, but now it's a 1 versus 2. It's all onto Merza. He knows where Seiko is. He knows where Daddy Boy is, but Seiko, he's playing it so disciplined. He knows he cannot give him that 1 versus 1 because Merza, he's already shown he's pretty sharp. He will capitalize on that. And Daddy Boy, just showing why he's top frag. He's got back. He's got wall hacks. Let's be real.
Hang on, Merza, about half a minute to play with. He had for 40 seconds. He had the spike as well. No one was swinging him. He could have just ran over towards B potentially, right? But he cuts the noise and it's getting inside Mindfreak's head potentially. Oh my God, this could be the play of the game. And Gloom typing in chat, AFK, if they buy, I'll be surprised. But no, Merza looks the wrong way. Daddy Boy not buying it just yet. Rechecks back over towards side and catches his counterpart lurking over towards lane. That could have been one hell of a sick play.
He just got back from being AFK once he won that one, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but that's a good reposition there from Daddy Boy. He left the backer site, moved towards stairs, playing more with his teammate because Seiko realized he could have gone market and Seiko had to watch behind him. So Daddy Boy wasn't fully able to cover for him while he was playing in that backside position. So they decided to just move closer together, make sure it's a 2 versus 1, not peek alone. And Merza was not ready for him to be at stairs.
You really have to appreciate the timing in that round though as well. It's just one of those God-given things. And Merza thought he was slick, hiding around the whole time, expecting Mindfreak to just slowly rotate over towards A. But if he swung any second earlier, he might have swung right to Daddy Boy and it would have been a 1v1 challenge regardless. And even if he tried to challenge, who's the Omen? Let me see. Seiko. If he tried to challenge Seiko earlier on, it would have been completely doable because Daddy Boy was watching over towards lane. It wasn't a crossfire even. Just unfortunate circumstances. That's all I can say.
Yeah, exactly. In times like that, you just never really know where your opponents are going to be. And he had to give the respect that he was backside, so he could have possibly had that crossfire. So he tried to go for the outplay because in that situation, you really need the 1 versus 1s to be able to win, especially when you're playing against such a strong side of Mindfreak where they often will not give you, like, you won't win a 1 versus 2 against them in most situations.
Hey, probably not. Well, if you're Jet, anything can happen. Merza had the dash to play with. Just saying.
Get out of my way.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to be fast on the trigger though. Crash's Kittens. Okay, mid-control, name of the game. They've dropped the spike, looking to just punish some early aggression. And look, there's Daddy Boy. Blades are open, and the breach is right next to him to try to set him up. Updraft, and there you go. Good for 1. Oh dear, they've lost Zane. That's the Sova. That's the initiator.
That is tough. That is a very big pick for Mindfreak to get there, but they're trying to re-answer that one, but Merza's missing his knives. Alex did get the kill on the Daddy Boy in the meantime, but that is not what you want to see from Merza at all. And now it's a 3 versus 4. They've got no dash. They've got no drone. This is going to be a very hard round for Crash's Kittens to win, especially when they're walking all towards A side. They might be able to flash out, but chances are slim of them winning this one.
Oh, Christ almighty. That wasn't it, mate. A right click perhaps would fit him better, but everything's in hindsight. Hang on. Dicko, the timing. Walks right in there, catches Alex. That's a smoke's gone now for Crash's Kittens. Gloom's by himself on site. But spotted, get spotted. Don't want to be challenging that. Play it safe. Put down some util. Not just want to even commit to the plants. But Mindfreak, double the manpower of Crash's Kittens right now. This retake should be a cinch for them. Oh dear, they just mowed down Gloom before he even sees anyone. That's all down to Gripes. 1v2! 1v1 on the sides, but Soju just has the better, well, I would say the better gun, but more ammo in his magazine to finish that engagement. Just before Tensai managed to rotate over. It was doable. Didn't quite swing his way though.
I thought we were about to see the highlight right there. Greaves, he was looking like his shot was on, but not able to find the shot to Soju. Soju's he's just too good. You just can't hit his head. He's got the movement. He's got the aim. He's got everything.
Hey, look, if he had a Phantom, just saying, may have been a different story. But look, variables, multiverse stuff. Junior, look, in this round, Crash's Kittens, they've just completely lost the advantage and the momentum again. Mindfreak regained it. Dirty Boy just having fun at this point and pulling out a judge on defense. Sure, go for it. Guys on 22 francs, looking to get even more at this point. Crash's Kittens, back to almost square one. Just having to play defaults, work the picks, I would like to think, before they execute onto a site.
Dirty Boy's paying homage to Mindfreak Lakers here with the judge. I know he was a big fan of it, but they're pushing straight up the carrot. It's so quick. Alex gets two. I think it was full blind there. He managed to get the shot on the WOT while retreating, and now this is a doable round because they've opened up the A site. They do still have to deal with 10 site in this held position. I don't know if they're going to clear this out. This could be a very good position for him to be in because most of the time when you've got a couple picks on the A site, you think it might be empty, but Tensai's sitting in hell, and if he doesn't give them anything, it could be good. But this guy's, they're just playing their time. Crash's Kittens, they haven't walked through at all, but they've spotted Dirty Boy, so it looks like they might be going for the rotate here.
Imagine seeing him and he's like, nah, we'll go over towards B. But this is the right call, though. All the defenders have rotated it off, and they just took too much time. So far, Sicko trying to catch Zane. Perhaps the spray's good, and Sicko, oh, the audio tracking catches him out in the open. Lacken, it's equalized, and Alex, his luck has run out. Can't get any more kills at this point. Gloom, the Cypher ultimate reveals the positions. Last two attackers on site. Mindfreak, they've made it a completely doable round now. 2v2, they have guns to play with. Crash's Kittens, best of luck. They've swapped guns. Gloom, more HP. Looks to duel it out. Gets paranoid. He's holding it close. The flash for the play. No one's there, but he may not know the Mindfreak. They've already rotated onto the sites. Gloom for one. Sicko, a bit of a mistime swing there. It's all down to Tensai. 1v2. The wallbang's fantastic. 1-on-1 and Tensai. Oh, couldn't quite get it. Gloom, the hero of Crash's Kittens, brings it back.
That is a very big round there from Crash's Kittens, because not only did they didn't full commit their economy into that round, they still managed to come out with a win. So now not only have they won the round, but they've got enough money for maybe potentially even 2 buys here, even if they lose this next one. So that's a very big round for them to win here.
Absolutely massive. Once again, a ticket back into this game to at least even the score and potentially steal away from Mindfreak. And you know, Junior, once again, the score line really shows Mindfreak, despite some of these players really having their moments, it's not quite what they would have liked for their debut proper match. Crash's Kittens, a bit of an unknown team, no org support. They are putting up one hell of a fight though. Alex, oh god, my god damn.
If I'm Alex, I'm not ready for that at all. These guys, they forced the operator here on the Duddy Boy. See if they can just get some hero damage out, and they just not ready for this at all. They cleared the turret out with the classic, bait the peak, and Duddy Boy's on the angle with an operator. And this is how you need to play these rounds. Duddy Boy, he repositions, goes back in the middle. He needs to play super aggressive, try and isolate these picks before Crash's Kittens hit a site, because they don't know that the rest of their team are on classics.
It's a big gamble. It doesn't pay off. Moza catches Tense on the reload, but there's Duzzy Boy once again, ever so present, rotated and gets a second kill. However, Killjoy Ultimate being used by Crash's Kittens just to ensure that B-side takers relatively free. But Mindfreak, they're already fast on this rotation here. Gloom gets burned down a bit. Attacker lockdown destroyed. Util being dumped around. Here comes the smoke. The ultimate doesn't even catch Gloom. Gets the kill. He whiffs a little bit, but gets it onto Duddy regardless. Gets the second. Oh, now it's all against classics. Gloom doesn't even know where the last player is. Sicko picks up a rifle. Okay, don't count him out just yet. Clutch Master, 1v2, clearing these angles systematically. 5 seconds till a smoke. But however, Crash's Kittens, they're going to play this together, but don't make it a 2-1-1 situations. Sicko wasn't quite expecting the aggressive push. Zane finishes it off. That's good. That's the round you needed. It got a bit dicey towards the end there, but Crash's Kittens, they're closing the gap.
Tell you what, I reckon that round almost came down to a 50-50 there. If Duddy Boy clears his right instead of his left and gets that kill onto Gloom, that's a completely different round. But Gloom went uncleared and he got 3 kills from that position, which secured the round for Crash's Kittens. Went absolutely nuclear. I thought we might have seen a bit of resistance there from Seiko on the 1 versus 2. He almost had the read with that reposition watching stairs, but wasn't able to get the shot. So again, it's another round for Crash's Kittens, and we were saying before, like, you know, these guys, before the cast even started, these guys, they might be a bit of a surprise for people who haven't seen them before, because they've got some really sharp players and some smart players. So
Indeed.
they're definitely showing their worth in the later half of this game, but it's still got to be a long way to go, because Mindfreak, like we've been saying, they're such a smart team. They play all together very well, so we'll see where we go from here.
Different pedigree, especially considering what 3 of their players came from CS, towards top level CS as well in Australia. So bringing over that what's the word for it? There's a word in economy for transitional skills. It's something along the lines of that. Transferable skills into Valorant. They naturally have the right mindset, at least in these rough situations. But speaking of rough, you know, this is not what they were expecting. Having to call the first timeout of this entire game.
Yes, this should do.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's probably not the starter, the debut that Mindfreak were hoping for here, having so much resistance from a team that they likely have never heard of. But, you know, that's just what's to expect from Valorant. There's a lot of teams coming up, putting the work in and trying to put their names up on that leaderboard. So people really getting a lot better at this game. The flash play comes in, but Tensai is not able to find one. Merza dodges the flash effectively, and that's a big opening pick with the Astral committer. But look at this, Bloody Boy. He's always on this flank. And he gets the shot onto Gloom, and that makes their push so much harder, because now they have so much more to worry about. But Soji goes down. VOT just jumps through the wall and gets 2 for himself. And now it's 2 versus 2. Seiko as well. These guys, they do not care. They're just running straight through. And now it's on to Alex in a 1 versus 2. Seiko teleported back to safety. This is crazy, Digital.
They don't know Alex is here, but they are aware that he could be close. Mindfreak looking to perhaps regroup and play just angles that they can both watch at the same time. The crossfire, as it's called.
I have the spike.
Alex, the moment he goes for the stick, they know exactly where he is, but I do think he's considering a rotate over towards B, but as soon as he walks over towards grass, there's a crossfire already lying in wait. Sicko's not really moving off the angle. No one has eyes on the spike either.
Left.
They're just waiting for the engagement.
At times like this, if you're Alex, you just need to wait for a timing. Hope he can get a pick. He's been spotted out. He's on 37 health. 1 bullet from the Vandal will kill him in the chest. So this is going to be such a hard round for him to win with 10 seconds on the clock. He's just got to go for the stick. They're trying to bait out the peak, and Seiko goes out wide once that bomb goes down, gets the kill. And that is a very unexpectedly well-played round from Mindfreak, right? Because the wall goes down for Heaven. You think they're just going to play to give the sight and play off of the flank from Bloody Boy. But no, they do not care at all. They run straight through the Astra wall. I think they got 3 kills from doing that.
I think, yeah. What? He's got 2 or 3. But the whole thing I found interesting about that situation was Soju, after shooting the recon arrow, right, they had intel from beyond the ultimate. Soju just runs in there almost as the bait. Meanwhile, Watt drops down over towards the left, and he just picks up at least 2 frags, quick and snappy, and then just turns into a full firefight. Sicko, he was the player who pushed through third to get that final kill, leaving Alex in the 1v2. That's what happened. I don't know, man. It was a good play, but it was very risky. If it didn't work out in their favor, they would have been done for, and it would have been a tie game potentially.
Almost a bit of miscommunication there. They do get the pick on Alex, but if you're Tensai there, if you're on your cam, you don't know you've been sucked out from behind cover, so he almost got caught out in the open, but luckily the team comms came out, let him know that he was out in the open, and he did manage to get behind the wall there in time, and that's not how you want to start out the round. Crash's Kittens, they need these rounds. They're 8 and 11, and they lose the opening pick, and it's their smoke character. Yeah. It's definitely not how you want to start the round, especially because they're all stacked up towards the A side, and look at the defense that Mindfreak have waiting for them.
Get out of my way.
It's punishing. At the same time, though, up mid, there is Sova. Just getting some intel for his team. Probably here's the rotation over towards A, and they're making these calls. I would like to think. Oh, it's hard to tell what's going through their minds. And Dirty Boy, always on the aggression. There you go. He spots out mid, and Dirty Boy gets a kill into Merza. They weren't expecting it. Didn't have anyone to watch it. Gloom, okay, good frag back. He gets the trade, and Mindfreak may have to just get the hell off of A for the time being, but they may actually hear the rotations off. Or not. Crash's Kittens going to run it down to mid, and now they're going to double back. What is going on here in this round, Junior?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like a fake into a fake into a fake. I don't even know what's happening. This teleport just puts him straight out in the open. But they're going for the A, and Tensai manages to get one. Gloom gets the trade out, but Zane goes down on the lurk in the meantime, and now it's Gloom 1 versus 3. But we can't count him out, Digital. I've seen this guy in ranked games win these. Let's see if he can do it. Crush the nerves out. pull it out for his team, but he gets flashed. They're triple swinging out of heaven. They're going to make this as hard as possible for him. Double drop comes out. He gets the shot on a Soju. That was a nice quick one, but Seiko instantly trades him out, not giving him the 1 versus 1s. And this is what we talked about. Experience, it just outweighs everything else, right? Because these guys, they just play so well together.
Match point.
Experience is one thing. Also, having a 3v1 helps a lot too. They double swung him. It was the right play. And you were really hyping up Gloom for a second there. I would like to think that if he just committed straight to the plant, he may have had time to put down the Killjoy lockdown. But I don't know. It's just one of those kind of lose-lose situations because in Mindfreak, they'll just wait it out and then just run onto the side with the man advantage to retake. Not much he could really do in that situation. Just back against the wall. But match point now for Mindfreak. Duddy's on the blades. Well, let's see the setup. Good
noise
util.
Being made here at A main. Duddy boy, drone comes out. He's just gonna have to run away from it. Does get pinged, which is a bit of an inconvenience for him. He knows there's gonna be some in here. The Sova ult comes out, not able to connect anything just yet, but the flash into A main. Mercer's ready for it again. They've tried this against him before, and he did get the kill, and he does it again. He's very quick on the turning of the flash. And that is something just about awareness. If you know the breach flash is coming, then you can very easily dodge it. And that's exactly what Mercer does. Opens up that site with the pick. And now this is a much better round for Crash's Kittens.
But look, Crash's Kittens, they got the first pick onto Duddy, and then they back off. I hope it doesn't come back to bite them, though. Because when it comes down to these individual challenges at these positions, Mindfreak tends to win out more often than not. Soju's very aware, but Gloom just had the better shot. Gets kill onto Sova. And this does draw rotation out, but Seiko catches Gloom, walking with his pants down. TP's right into... No, or maybe not. Manages to dodge recon arrow. He could be the game changer right now. The Phantom spots one. They didn't see him in the corner, though. No, they spotted him out, and the wallbang's coming through. Zane gets the kill and upgrades his gun. Mindfreak down to the 2v4. This retake, almost impossible. It really comes down to how much util what has left.
Spike planted.
Well, it depends on how Crash's Kittens play it as well. If these guys play smart, this should be a round for them. But if they get over-aggressive, Pete can give those picks to the players that we've been praising so highly on Mindfreak. It could be winnable for him, but I think they've probably learned their lesson. They've probably played a bit more disciplined here. And look at this, as I say that, Alex, he's running away completely. Doesn't want to give them the opening at all. And now it's just a gunfight through the wall.
Yeah. I think they are trying to keep them on site and get the exits at the very least, because it would ruin Crash's Kittens' economy. Mindfreak, they're on match point after all, so they're not too stressed about it. And the crossfire, 10 side for 3, Mozart, last player left, 1-on-1. He might just honestly die to Spike at this point. Oh no, he's okay, he's safe.
That is some very valuable damage from Mindfreak there. Very well played for them to set up that crossfire and lock him into the site. Knowing that the win was almost impossible, they just decided to do as much damage as they could, and that is a very good call, because look at their money now.
Oh dear. This is not what they want. Mercer's nowhere near his blades either. They've got no offensive ultimates or really util to play with. I mean, they are able to force into this round. And Gloom yet to pop a... well, no, he has popped a Killjoy lockdown in the first half, but you can count them all on basically 3 fingers, I reckon, in this entire game. Yet to pop it again. This might be the round in which he really has to step up and use that ultimate.
Yeah, and this is possibly the most important round of the game so far, because, the early Hunter's Fury coming out doesn't get anything. Okay, so that's not exactly what you want from that, but luckily for Crash's Kittens, they've still got 5, still 5 versus 5, but like I was saying, oh no, Duddy Boy almost gets the pick there. And look, this is just what you can do on Jet. It's very hard to punish him when he can just dash out like that. And now they have so much information. There's 4 located in B. Duddy Boy, he's so aggressive. Peeks and gets the kill onto Alex, and he's not even leaving. He's got another one on Grease with the pre-fire. Almost gets a 3rd, but Gloom shuts him down. And now it's a 3 versus 4. The Killjoy ult gets destroyed by the Breach Aftershock as well, and that denies all of their site hit. What is just waiting in spawn with the Breach ult, completely denying them from having this site. 10 site on site as well. This is being shut down.
Yeah, hang on, but how the hell did What throw his Aftershock from Defender spawn all the way over towards the crates there? There's a wall in between, no?
I would have to assume he was stairs when he threw it and then ran back and repositioned to C2.
Makes sense. I don't quite catch it on the minimap. I was very confused there. I'm like,
seconds left.
This guy's got magic powers, but Crash's Kittens, they cut noise. Unfortunately, A side over towards short is being watched by Sicko. The extra man advantage on Mindfreak, but they're unaware that Crash's Kittens have walked up so close though. What gets the kill? Expecting more. Moza good for one. That's his way to safety. 10 seconds though. They have to get it done right now. Tensai just biding time. This is it, Junior. Moza can't possibly go for the plant. 5 seconds. Tensai just hiding. It's done. Gets the kill. 13-9. A bit of a anticlimactic ending, unfortunately, to this banger map 1.
I don't know, I'd say Duddy Boy was pretty climactic there, peeking into B main so aggressively, getting 2 kills and just completely shutting them out from the site, and his teammates just played it so well. Tensai running down the clock in backside and using his util effectively to just completely shut down their push. Crash's Kittens, they were left with nowhere to go. They realized they had to hit B. There wasn't enough time on the clock to go for a rotate. And that whole game was just a showing like that. Mindfreak just having control of majority of these rounds and just using their ground and their util effectively to just shut down whatever it was that Crash's Kittens were doing.
Yeah. Mindfreak, they stumbled a little bit, I won't lie, over towards mid-game as they were just, as soon as they side-swapped as well, and Crash's Kittens, after a few tactical timeouts, they deployed counter strategies, and they really brought the fight over towards Mindfreak. But at the end of the day, right, like you said, experience, and I would like to say the individual player caliber really came out on top for Mindfreak. You know, we've talked about him enough in this game. 29 frags to finish it off, 7 first bloods, always their aggression over towards B, and more often than not, he finds success. He really got punished as he swung those angles. The only few times he went down first was when he was on an eco, or, you know, just didn't have much to work with. But on the rounds in which he has a rifle, so quick on the trigger, and it's just an absolute threat to deal with for Crash's Kittens. But hey, look, map 1, that's done and dusted. Ascent, so we'll be going for a short breather before we load back in for map 2. Don't go away just yet. There's still much more Valorant to be played. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Valorant Oceania Tour 2022 Stage 2 Open Qualifiers 1. And this is round of 32, as per usual, best of 3 series for tonight. So far, Mindfreak versus Crash's Kittens Game 1 on Ascent. It actually came down quite spicy. I wasn't expecting such a close scoreline, I won't lie. Some people, they were telling me it's going to be a good game. We have good players on Crash's Kittens. Mindfreak, yes, they have pedigree. Yes, they're big name players, but we will still put up a fight to them. And that's exactly what we got. But at the end of the day, at the final stretch, Mindfreak, they really pulled out all the stops and managed to deliver a win. But it was not easy.
It certainly wasn't easy. It was a lot closer than a lot of people were expecting. I was expecting a bit of a fight to come out from Crash's Kittens, but maybe not even this much, because like we were saying before, Mindfreak, they're a very seasoned team. They're very experienced. They've all played for a long time, whether or not it be CS or Counter-Strike, CS or Valorant. These guys, they know what they're doing. But Crash's Kittens, they did surprise a lot of people. They came out the gates not that strong, actually, but they managed to find their stride halfway through the match.
Indeed. And
just really capitalized on a few of Mindfreak's minor mistakes. So they did really well.
It did, but I don't think they were counting on Mindfreak to kind of break the mold from a really super disciplined, slow gameplay and kind of just run at them in these aggressive situations. But Mindfreak, it was a bit of an individual game at certain points there with, you know, individuals like Dirty Boys running at them and getting these early frags. But as for Crash's Kittens, they played much more of a team-based execute, especially over towards the attack side. The defense, I won't lie, it was a bit troublesome at times. But however, on the attack, no one was really shining. They all had their moments. They played together well, but I don't think it may be enough to really bring them across the line because it's a best of 3 series. Map 1 Ascent, it was a close affair, but Map 2 Breeze, I don't know. This map, it really comes down to these engagements and long-range duels, and I kind of think that Mindfreak, they may have the advantage on a map like this.
I think Mindfreak definitely have an advantage, not just on Breeze, on any map, but
right.
on Breeze particularly, because these guys, they're all very good aimers, right? But not only that, they're such a disciplined team. And we saw a lot of rounds there where Duddy Boy, he went loose and he managed to get a lot of kills, but you got to keep in mind that they're enabling Duddy Boy to go for these plays by playing so well as a team that he can just, in certain situations, split off and go for that flank, go for that lurk, and they'll play around it effectively and just give him that space.
It is disgusting. Plus, his reaction time is probably amongst the fastest I've seen. Guy shoots, dashes, all in the same second and still walks away with the kill. But however, let's talk about map 2. Breeze. Agent pick so far, reasonably stock standard, and I really do think Soju is probably going to be locking in the chamber. Really an agent that we've seen game played across basically all the maps. The impacts that single agent has on the fast rotations and just the offensive util really makes a difference, especially if you can land those shots, obviously.
You might be locking in the chamber, but they do already have Tensai on the Cypher, and I think that they're kind of interchangeable here. But if we do see a chamber, I would be very interested in seeing that, right? Because that is a lot of util that gives you a lot of information in areas that you don't specifically need to be in. So it does look like they're going to opt towards having him on the Sova, which is probably a bit more standard. The double initiator is something that we see very commonly. I mean, Crash's Kittens also have 2 initiators. They've opted for the KO over the Sky though. And now I personally think Sky is just better in most circumstances, but a lot of people do run KO for that kind of shutdown of the site hit. So it could really deny a lot of what Mindfreak are trying to do. So I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out.
Let's see. I'll be honest though, in OC, at least KO, I don't really think we've seen him amount to big moments, at least on Breeze, from what I recall. Maybe you can count me differently. On Mindfreak, I do know that in the past, who was it? Soju, was it Soju or is it Tensai? Tensai, he plays KO quite a bit across all these maps, even on Breeze, right? And he would play basically like a CS character with the pop flashes and whatnot, but did it really result in them going for these deep runs? Not really. I want to see what, like you said, Crash's Kittens have worked up with their picks.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
Yeah, I think KO is probably not seeing as much value as it could have in most of these comps that we've seen so far in OCE. Now, I love KO. He's probably my #1 favorite agent to play in ranked, but we might have to jump back into that because there's a lot of quick aggression coming in through mid, and there might be a bit of resistance here from Mindfreak, holding close to the door. Moses pushed all the way up, trying to find a quick kill with the Sheriff, but they decide to just back it up, give them control, and head over towards the B side.
Looks to be, send the jets out, fire some shots off with the sheriff, get some wallbang damage, whatever. Soften them up for the rest of your team. 10 sight, here's the owl drone. That's a classic telltale sign of a sight take on the pistol rounds at the very least. He gets pinged by the owl drone though, but still some useful to play with. And here comes the aggression. 10 sight trying to lock it down. Util gets popped and just walking it into his cage. He has no intel though, can't fire shots too blindly just yet. Finally, will pump some bullets down range. That's an absolute cluster of bodies on site. Util everywhere, bullets raining down. Here comes the KO blade, denies them of some util, but here comes a flash. The sky flash is a fake to Fertile trades. Mindfreak for one, crashes Kittens for another. Blue and green all on the scoreboard, and it's all down to Grimes 1v3. However, two of these players are low. All of them are low. Grimes has the ghost to play with, still healthy, full HP, but looks the wrong way. Sicko! He had no right getting that kill almost. Mindfreak, they escape with the criminal defuse.
Wow, that round is, for a lot of people, a lot closer than it looked, because both of the players on the side of Mindfreak are one shot until they're dead.
Yeah.
So maybe if Grabs goes the other way and catches the shots there onto Seiko, it could be a completely different round. That
was so winnable. Anyone, like, you replay that round again, I can almost guarantee Grimes he would have clutched that out. 1v2, super doable. But Mindfreak, they'll take that dub. And now it's going to be an anti-eco going on their side. Duddy Boy, the Sheriff brought up, as a jet should be going for.
Revealing area.
Let's see him get these long-range snipes, though.
Yeah, Breeze is such a hard round to win with a hard map rather to win with classics on an eco round, because there's just such long angles. Taking these duels is almost impossible. I'm not expecting much from the side of Crash's Kittens this round, but if Gloom can find something with his little sheriff, he might be able to get something done, but it looks like he's just going to walk away. I think Soju has realized that he's teleported away.
Yeah.
He's edging close towards the door, and they have cleared it out, so we'll see what they can do, but I think this is should be. But actually, look at this. No, never mind. That's Seiko. I thought that was Alex. Forget that.
Got a bit too excited there. I like the idea though, being able to open the door early on. Buddy Boy, the timing. He just missed the move towards main. Okay, no. There's the calls, and he rotates back. Ooh, dodges the blade in time. Trying to no-scope, and Alex just puts him down to the ground. Oh dear. Soju spraying blindly in the wrong spot though, still walks away with the kill. However, he does get tagged down to 73. And Mindfreak, he's trying to clean up at this point. Crashes Kittens. They got the spike down. That's all they really wanted. Just trying to do damage. Trying to do as much as they can. Ideally won the round, but it's going to be highly unlikely. Zane at that distance of the frenzy needs a bit of a miracle to get anything done. However, bullets are raining down. Good damage though. Sicko gets those frags, and Watt runs in. Guns are blazing. Finishes the last player. Okay, you know what, Junior? We'll take that dub. Crashes Kittens, they got one kill and a spike plant. That's it.
Yeah, if I'm Crashes Kittens, I'm considering that a complete victory. A kill and a spike plant on Breeze with classics is more than you can bargain for most of the time. So that's pretty well. I think Duddy Boy got a little bit too overzealous there. It can be something that people do on the jet. You want to get the kills, you hold your dash, not put yourself back into safety because you just want to get that pick. But he does get punished for it. But fortunately for Crash's Kittens, that's all they can find. But it's still a pretty good round for them considering what they invested. Yeah.
Full on Twitter clip farming, I think, trying to get that no-scope 4K with the Marshall or something. But didn't quite work out in his favor. Crash's Kittens, they want to play this round really seriously, get as much of the advantage as they can. And there's a KO blade early on over towards mid, just to give them some intel if anyone's playing over towards the angle. I like that idea. And Crash's Kittens, 4 plays over towards B main. And Grimes pops his ulti against the bonus. All right, fair enough. Just win the round at least.
Well, not yet. There's still 5 players alive on each side, but what enabled them to go for this hit was that knife at doors. They realized the Viper got pinged there. They could just have free roam at the B side, but now these guys are stacking up 4 towards elbow. Gloom's got a lot of work to do. He managed to get a headshot there, but Soju quickly trades out. But Greaves is hungry, peeking back in. He gets one, but again goes down. Zane with some trigonometry lessons gets the shock dart onto Soju. Now it's a 2 versus 3.
Pico at that distance. Good flick, but couldn't quite land the shot. And now all down to Watts. He sees the Vandal a bit further away though and Gloom's dead body. Would ideally like to pick it up. Not easy to do. And Crash's Kittens are going to be watching that angle like a hawk. Deprive Watt of any possible saves. Now Watt's trying to catch some ecos. Exit frags. Not going to go his way. Actually, no. He's going for it. He's committing. No flash to play with though. They may not expect him here. The Spectre in tow. And Moser the did dash away. And Watt still excellent tracking. Gets 2 kills. That's money. And the dink on the 3rd. One more bullet. He may have been able to mop up all 3 of them. That's disaster. They won the round. 3 players standing. That was the cutoff line. But then it came down to 1v1.
And that's just the difference in experience again there, because early on in that retake, Gloom and Greeps, they're getting a little bit aggressive there, you know, going for the kills. They want the frags for the Twitter vids, but they unfortunately got traded out. And like,
individual.
Yeah, exactly. They were able to get a couple kills, 1 each, but that's a lot of economic damage done there by Mindfreak.
That's not good. Precious Kittens may be kicking themselves in the butt after that round. This time though, much more stock standard. Brony out over towards A, and Duddy Boy with the swing operator in tow. He knows it. He wants it. Yep, he always gets that. Oh dear. Mirza fast onto the site though. It's just a mess of bodies. Maybe the spike can get planted, but post-spawn is going to be a bit of an issue. No one's really paying over towards caves. And Gloom looking over towards mid. He TPs though, and gets heard. Tip for tat. Mindfreak gets the second kill into Mirza. Spike gets planted though. 40 seconds, they have to buy time. Zane punishes Soju. Alex holding on for dear life. Once that wall goes down, he's going to be calling for some support from his team. He's the only player on site for the time being. Smashes the head off Sicko and gets the kill. But Duddy gets the second. Alex still being an absolute rock on the side. Commits the reload, unfortunately, and he will get punished. Zane, recon arrow in 1 second. This may be the time to use it. Dodges the bullet like an absolute madman. And Duddy Boy looking to just stick it. But Zane, good for 1 kill, runs out of ammo though. He sprang through blindly. Duddy Boy was sticking it, and Zane gets the clutch. Oh my god, Junior, this doesn't get any closer.
That is that's a stolen round there from Crash's Kittens. I thought Mindfreak had it in the bag, but Duddy Boy, he goes for the smoke stick, and with the old reduction of the duration of the jet smokes, maybe before that you would have been able to go for that, but he chucks the smoke on the bomb, goes for the defuse, but it doesn't last long enough, and Zane catches him out in the open with the classic and gets the 1 versus 2 when he was on 20 health. That's crazy round, but very much needed one there from Crash's Kittens, because that resets the economy on Mindfreak.
Oh my god. I don't actually think anyone would be using that skin. And Tensai, you know what? If anything right now, it's Mindfreak. They kind of fall into this trap of going a little bit too aggressive, and they're just getting completely shut down. On a map like Breeze, this long range, I don't know about the Sheriff. That's what you need. A Marshal. Watts, clean sharp onto Mirza. And so just running it in. Trying to do some damage. Get these flicks down. Oh no! Zane's on his drone. They don't know he's close. That's an execution and a half. Alex? Yes, he is the rock. As per always, locking it down and all down to what? 1v3. A gun is what he wants. Won't get it though. Gripes, clean shot. Crashes Kittens. They're taking the lead now.
That's a couple of valuable picks there from Mindfreak, but it's not going to be enough to really put some pressure on the economy of Crash's Kittens. They are now on a 3-round win streak, only losing 2. It's not that much of a hit in the econ, so they have got at least 2 rounds banked here, which should be quite good for them. They might be able to take the lead here, because if they win this round, then Mindfreak, they're forced to go on an eco again, so they're now starting to get a bit of momentum rolling, which is exactly what they needed, because they started out last map quite slow, and it seems like now they've got the ball rolling. They might have a bit of momentum going their way, and they should be able to do something in this series.
Whew, all right. Detected. That's fine. Pull back. Back to mid. Waiting, and Crash's Kittens. A site has worked out quite well for them quite a few times now. So it does seem like they just want to commit to A perhaps, or at least show aggression there. Better some util and perhaps rotations. As you can see, Gloom lurking over towards B outside the Viper's pit. Looking for the kill, hopefully. He's worked his way in now. That's a step inside. Time for trap. Lying in wait. Gloom, careful. Shoots it and just gets the hell out of dodge. Alright, it gets a bit dicey there. But Duddy Boy still has the dash to play with. Next to a nameless right now with the attackers. I think Gloom's just trying to base out rotations, not working out in his favor though.
It can be very valuable to just break the trip there, because now they have to be wary of him lurking through that Viper's pit. As you can see, Seiko is walking around it, but now they realize the hit is going to be coming on towards A, and Duddy Boy is in a very good spot here. They haven't got a drone. He's got 2. He's got 3. He's got 4. Duddy Boy. 4 headshots with the Vandal, and that's what happens when you use the drone at the start of the round. You've got nothing to clear that corner. Duddy Boy realizes it, puts himself in a great position, and now Gloom is forced to save. And what a spot for Duddy Boy.
Jesus Christ. That's a tilter. I won't lie.
10 seconds left.
They really thought they had it, and Duddy Boy, he had every tool to basically escape for the time being. He just held down one button on the mouse and gets the kills, and then Gloom is low. Duddy Boy trying to go for the hunt, but Gloom will deny him of the ace. But that's a clip right there. Granted though, no one was looking his way, and he's mowed them down, but all the more power to him. Mindfreak wants a way to stop the momentum and equalize.
I was going to say early on, these guys, they're committing the drone at A, Crash's Kittens, Zane's recon drone. They're committing it at A really early a lot of the time. And when you're doing that, you have very limited util to be able to clear these close corners. So they just have to face check it. And there, it really got the better of him because Duddy Boy, he was so ready for that. And he wanted the clip and he got it. 4 headshots. It's a massive round from him.
Get out of my way.
The absolute monster of... You know what, I won't say where he lives. That's just basically dox him. But look, right now, Crash's Kittens just trying to dump util over towards B, bait out rotations. But look, Duddy Boy doesn't care. And oh dear, Mindfreak may have an AAK right now. Oh, Duddy, he's so sharp. Catches the rotation. And Mindfreak, they know exactly what's happening right now. They've been played. A sites is where the spike gets planted. And Crash's Kittens just looking to play inside the pit for the time being. Hopefully, it is enough of an advantage for them to win this round. Ult is being pulsed left, right, and center. Merges the blades point blank. Might not want to commit to right click though. He can't see them. Tensai maybe saw something. Here comes the L drone. Merzer, good for one, dashes to safety, and another one onto Tensai point blank. These knives are slicing and dicing every defender that walks into it. But Duddy Boy from behind just catches 4 in this round again. What does it take to stop this guy?
Map 1, I'm thinking, maybe we've hyped up Duddy Boy a bit much. He's pretty good, but I don't know if he's that good. But no, he's silencing all of the doubters here. 2 4Ks in a row. He's always got such good positioning. He gets the flank. He denies the Viper's pit, kills Alex, and gets another 3 to his name again. This guy is on one.
Is that 2 4Ks back to back?
That is indeed.
Well, he just massively increased his leaderboard position, to say the very least. That's one way to do it. And Crash's Kittens, if anything, I think now may be the time to just call a timeout, just cool down a little bit after Duddy Boy just absolutely dunked on you guys. And for the record, when I tweeted out this game, I said that Duddy was going to clown on people. I was semi-joking. I didn't think it would actually come to fruition.
I think you've given him the confidence he needs because he is not stopping at all. And Crash's Kids, they're just trying to work through this. They've been slowed down a lot. I was talking about momentum just before. They had it going, but when your opponent gets 2 4Ks in a row, that's got to hurt the ego a little bit.
Oh, it's demoralizing. But, you know, he was kind of farming those eco frags a little bit. So I won't really put it against them. But once again, you cannot discount Duddy Boy's positioning across the map. He's so proactive and he's so sneaky as well. I keep telling you, he lives in the Matrix, just knows where people will turn up and just catches them lacking, basically. But Crash's Kittens this time walking over towards B, and guess who's lying in wait? Duddy Boy, what is just there for support? He drops, they know there's 2 now, and he does get scanned. Duddy, they're positioning again, I'm telling you, the Matrix on this guy! But he has no utils to play with! The blade nullified his abilities, and he couldn't escape to safety. Gloom, you gotta be careful here. Needs 1 bullet, and however, no route of escape. Throws down his TPs, and again, oh, he dodges to safety! That came down to the wire! An absolute bum tickler, that one is. 3v3, Spike down, Crash's Kittens. They want this round, they need it to say the very least. And that's an easy shot. Gloom will get there any day of the week. And now 2v2, it just keeps getting worse and worse.
They just need to not give away any peaks here. Tensai's walking up. This neural theft is going to be absolutely huge because they know exactly where they're both playing. But they do have the Vipers all to play around. Alex, he's got to peek out and go straight down, and now it's onto Zane. He's in a good spot. He can isolate 1v1s, but he's just not hitting the shots. And Seiko denies them again, and that is a very heartbreaking round for Crash's Kittens to lose. They lose all of their economy. They committed ultimates. They've committed so much in these last couple of rounds and have not been able to get these rounds on the board. And that is just the solidarity of the Mindfreak team completely shutting them out. And that's going to be the timeout.
That's not it. That is not it. Sure, yes, there was the Cypher ultimate, you know, expose their positions, but I really didn't think Alex had to swing out in a situation like that. He was hiding perfectly safe and just had to let Mindfreak walk up closer to aggress. And instead, who was it? Their Viper on the side, Sicko. He stood in tube the entire time and just picked up the last 2 kills. I don't know. I think they're kind of just getting into their heads a little bit, getting a little bit too angsty, especially after, you know, the dunking of Dirty Boy. They feel like they have to regain their ego or confidence a little bit by going for these aggressive challenges. Maybe not quite the play, hence the timeout.
The dunking of Dirty Boy. I think we've got to trademark that one. That's pretty good. Two
all right.
4Ks in a row. The
Dirty Boy
dunking of
dunk.
Dirty-
It sounds good. Sounds good.
But yeah, again, this is another thing that plays into experience, right? These guys, they're a newer roster. The nerves might be getting to them a bit rather. Alex peeking out there, but honestly, peeking out is not such a bad play, but he did have his orb up still, which cut Zane off from peeking that angle as well. So they couldn't isolate the 2 versus 1. So Alex did end up just going down and leaving Zane in the 1v2, and he wasn't able to hit the shot. So it did play kind of against them a bit there, but we'll see what they can get done here, because after the last timeout they called, I think they won the round straight after. So we'll see. Hopefully they can do the same thing again here, but when you're playing against the Dirty Boy operator now, it's going to be tough.
Bold assumption that a timeout results in a turnaround. Last map 1, didn't quite work out in their favor. But once again though, Junior, we have to appreciate Crash's Kittens. Despite the differences at times, it's still a very close scoreline. Down by 2, that's almost nothing. And I love Gloom with his proactive positioning as well, getting so deep into their faces. But however, he walks right into Sicko and goes down first. That's not what you want. They don't have to worry about YouTube anymore over towards Mindfreak. And now it's all about the retake. Dirty Boy gets tagged down a little bit, but he's still alive. Insta flash. He doesn't care. He doesn't respect it. Still fires off a shot. Doesn't get anything, thankfully, though. But this time, it might be different. Alex gets the first kill onto Watts. At least equalizes the numbers. There is no flashes on this retake. But Dirty Boy trying to land some bullets. Escapes. And now he's no dash to play with. No scopes. Gets the kill onto Moza. He doesn't even care. Gripes for 2. That's beautiful. And now all down to a 1v3. Dirty Boy, go for it. Try it. Nah.
So if there's anyone you want in the 1v3 on the side of Mindfreak, it's Dirty Boy. He did get the first shot there, and if he got that insta right-click kill, I think it was definitely a winnable position for him, but they did peek out, realizing that he had the operator. You just got to go together, shut him down from getting those isolated as 1 versus 1s, and they played it very well, and that's exactly what I was talking about. It's the pace change, the timeout, it's just, you know, they're getting in their heads a bit too much. They just need to realize the problem and head straight back into the game with full confidence, and that's exactly what they did. Sending Gloom down as a bit of a sacrifice for the team. Ended up working out, so props to him, and it looks like they're going for a very similar strat right again.
I honestly fully expected after Mindfreak getting the kill onto Gloom with his aggression over towards Tubes there. This round may have turned out differently, but they just held their ground, and Gripes leading it off with a solid 2k really swung it in their favor. But a similar story again. Gloom runs into Rust. Soju punishes. Tensai just sitting there. Clean transfer. Picks up 2. Crashes Kittens. They're falling apart again. It's back into the old, like, similar habits. Mirza for 1. Yes, it's something, but Mindfreak, they're getting ever so much closer. Mirza, though, dunks onto Dutty, sorry. And he swings for more. Watt puts him down to the ground, and Alex 1v2. He's not aware that someone's close, though, and it's Sicko to get the final kill. This is exactly what happened in Map 1, Junior. After a timeout, Crash's Kittens, sure, they show up with a nice little strat and get a few kills and win a round, but straight afterwards, they just... Mindfreak just regains composure and wins again.
I don't know who's calling the strats after the timeouts, but whatever they're doing, they need to do it more often, because that round that they played straight after timeout was very nice and very cohesive. They played very well together. But the round straight after, they run a very similar strat, but it was just a little bit more sloppy, a little messy. The spacing wasn't great. There wasn't as many trades coming out, and I think Mindfreak was just ready for it that time. Look at this aggressive walk from Dirty Boy. This man is just a maniac. He just goes for the kills all the time, gets the shot in the Gloom. And they know there's numbers in towards elbow as well. They're rotating numbers over.
What can you do?
This is just desperation from Crash's Kittens at this point. They're trying to find something. Dirty Boy, he's not hitting the shots though, and that's a pick that Crash's Kittens needed. Alex gets the kill with the ghost on a Tensai. Now Watt's isolated backside. This is suddenly a winnable situation, but Watt, sharp headshot down Alex, and he's got the flashes to play with. He's got the cover to play with. Swinging out wide, but he gets timing. Merza gets him, and now it's down into a 2 versus 1. This has gone so well for Crash's Kittens so far, but it's such a hard spot for Greaves to win. He's got a Spectre, and he is half health, and Siko's got a very nice reposition now that he knows he's got the spike down on the site.
Oh, the challenge, the challenge!
Oh, the timing is
whatever.
there, but Siko, he's just too good, too calm, too cool. The instant rotate for him, it was such a good thing to do. Just put himself in a different position, make it just unexpected. And that round got so much closer than it needed to be, though.
Yeah, indeed. You said it was desperation, but suddenly Crash's Kittens, they run out there. The wide swing, especially from Moza, I think catching Dirty Boy a little bit off guard there, and he just spray and pray with Inspector, gets the first kill, and then the ghost kill, that was just absolute criminal. But Mindfreak maybe just biting off a little bit more than they can chew, and then just throwing the clutch situations onto Sicko, who probably, you know, wins those 7 out of 10 times on any given day. So he was calm, but still, like you said, kind of was a bit sloppy from Mindfreak's side. They didn't need to lose that many players or that many guns versus an eco. What though? Yep, he's gonna get utiled out, and here comes a swing. What? Oh god, what is he doing at this point? No util. He's in this tough spot, looking for an owl drone, looking for some util to scan him out. He's gonna get killed onto Grimes, doesn't care, and he's gonna get thirsted. Tensai gets a second. Oh my god, Mindfreak the fastest retake. Merza misses the right click. Viper Spit though is down. Grimes does get resurrected. That's an advantage that Crash's Kittens desperately needs. Merza and Zane, they're starting to frag back right now. Mindfreak on the back foot, and Merza still running and gunning with the Spectre. Gets yet another kill. That's all down to Soju. 1v3, taking it easy. He hears a lot of footsteps, but still, a 1v3 in a Viper Spit, that's the win condition the Crashers couldn't have, and he gets stung as well by the Snake Bite. There is no winning this in this situation, but... Okay, I said but. Zane still managed to react in time and get the kill. I guess just run at them. Mo's of the Spectre, of all things.
When it comes to it, that's not such a bad outcome from the side of Crash's Kittens there. They have 7-5, 5 rounds on the board in the first half. When you're playing against a team like Mindfreak, you take anything you can get. These guys, they've been playing their game, I think, a lot more this one. They've been playing a bit more messy, but sometimes you just need to make it messy when you're playing against such a structured team in that of Mindfreak. So they managed to scrape some rounds out, get it to 7-5, and now if they do some more of their aggressive plays, play a bit more their style, I reckon they could really bring it to, you know, them taking into this second map.
Bear in mind though, they are still down by 2, and this game is still too close for comfort, especially for Crash's Kittens. Mindfreak, they've already got one map, but one more is all they need to take the series, so they're not quite in as rough of a situation. For Crash's Kittens, they really have to pull something out on this pistol round, at least equalize the odds and just go further, maintain the momentum all the way till the end. They can't afford to give Mindfreak anything to work with. But this round though, Mindfreak, A side taken. Dirty Boy, I like him playing against the wall. No one saw him at all. No, I think someone smelled something suspicious. And Dirty Boy, yeah, he gets taken down. Zane for the second. Mindfreak, they're losing players one by one. Spike sure gets planted. Sicko out in the open with the classic. Not where you want to be. And Soji gets isolated from his teammate. Too many angles to check. Too many players to shoot at. And what? 1v5. I mean, yeah, easy. Why wins this any day of the week? I'm just kidding. Actually, no, maybe I'm not. He gets the first kill. And the Spike gets defused. Things are good. He gets a second in the air. Clay pigeon shooting. Wasn't meant to be though.
I think Watt's just using that as a bit of a range practice there, just knowing the round is lost, trying to hit some headshots, you know, warm up for the next round. But that was a well-played retake there from the side of Crash's Kittens. I really liked the Viper wall from Mindfreak, from Sicko.
Yeah.
And trying to get Dirty Boy lurked up through the back of the side, but his shoulder has just poked through the wall. Greaves has realized it, he swung through, gotten that kill, and that really shut down a lot of the pressure that Mindfreak had in that side hook.
You saw Greaves, he was just staring at the wall. He's like, hang on, what the hell was that? I'm pretty sure they saw it on the mini-map, and that's what prompted them to actually swing through and go for the kind of risky swing there. It paid off though, massively, and that was a ticket to start the retake fast. Mindfreak, look, it's a rough round. They have pistols. They're not predicted to win this. Maybe get a few ult orms. Duddy, you know, farming the one over towards shop. They're just trying to punish as much as they can, but Crash's Kittens, like we said, game 1, all series long, they are disciplined enough to recognize what's happening.
Yeah, and I was talking about this in the first half. It's so hard to win around on Breeze when you've only got pistols to work with. They're just sending Dirty Boy in with the Sheriff to see if he can find anything. The rest of the team is on classics. We'll see how it works. They might be able to get the spike plant here, but they do get KO tags, so the wall goes down. Merza gets to pick on a Dirty Boy, and that's the only threat that they really had. The rest of them are on classics, so they're just going to be swinging backside. They managed to get one. The flash blinds him, but Soju's not able to connect the shot, but he does finally get the kill. But now it should just be a 1 round for Crash's Kittens. Merza sitting in the smoke. He gets dinked up by Sicko, and Tensai's on the lurk. He's not going to be able to stop the defuse. Actually, as I say that, no one's even on the defuse. Almost gets the kill onto Glue. But Alex takes him out, and pretty stock steady around there from Crash's Kittens.
Yep, losing only one player, some armor. That is as best of a result as you would like coming out from this anti-eco. But on the flip side though, Mindfreak, they got 1 kill and they ran onto the A site and got the spike down. That's value, to say the very least. It was just unfortunate, and I really think that Greaves' KO, Util is coming in kind of clutch in these situations. The timing was almost perfect. It basically detected a lot of the players, and it gave Dirty Boy no Util to play with. He couldn't dash, so he took a hit from the frag as well, and that basically left him in mostly 1-shot territory, 2 shots to the body from a Spectre. But Mindfreak, full buy coming out in this round. What has the ultimate to play with though? Not too sure if this is the round to pop it, but for all intents and purposes, Crash's Kittens just running it down. This is the round to get aggressive. Kind of play the bonus round to your advantage. Do some damage, get scrappy a bit.
It could definitely be worth... Ooh, Gloom almost finds a shot in a Tensai, but as I was going to say, it could definitely be worth using the Sky ult, and yep, they do rip it out. Sometimes it's good to just use what's available to you to secure a round, and that's what they're going to be going for here. Running onto this A site, they're going to be able to get the plant. Crash's Kittens have given them full control, which can be quite dangerous for them because these guys, they have such good guns. So if they get a bit of pressure up the back, Tensai's getting so aggressive here on the Cypher. It can be really risky walking up here without a get-out-of-jail-free card like Jet has. But these guys are just feeling themselves. They're pushing up so hard. They get 2 kills. Alex gets 1 back. But Mindfreak, they're just feeling it right now. It's going to be so hard to walk back into this. They've got the set up a door. Tensai gets another pick on a Greaves. Alex is trying to push through, trying to find something, but it should be all for naught. These guys are holding them down at door so much.
Player standing.
Yep, Soju's got the kill. 1v4. Zane's just got to run.
Oh, he has full armor. Not bad. And gets a kill onto Soju at that range with the Spectre. That's value for money. Now, looking to just go down with the spike. No! He grabs a Vandal point blank! Oh, you'll take that any day of the week.
That's not bad at all. He's still got 28 armor as well, so he could just drop that to someone else, buy himself another one, and grab another one for himself, yeah. But that, yeah, there's still going to be enough money for both teams to buy here. Greaves is sitting a little bit low, but he does get the Vandal that Zane picked up at the end there. So this is still a pretty valuable round from Crash's Kittens. They got a couple picks.
Yeah.
Their economy's not too bad, but it was well played from Mindfreak to just get onto that site, get that spike down, playing super aggressive post plants and just secure the round for him.
Quite unexpected, isn't it, Tensai? But then again, it's having trust in your teammates as well to cover your back and what's above you when you're so close to the shipping container. KO Blade comes out first. He takes a few players. Keeps Mindfreak at bay for the time being. But Zane just getting a little bit aggressive. Destroys the Cypher Cam. 45 seconds still to recharge. And it's all about the info game right now. Mindfreak trying to piece together the puzzle. Crashes Kittens. Bait rotating back and forth, trying to swing these angles over towards elbow early round, getting some noise made.
It's really good to deny their info early on. Zane shooting that camera just denies them any info of what is in elbow there, so it's a good little thing to do. But as I say, Zane is walking towards the A side as Mindfreak has stacked up 5 players outside B main. Alex is going to be left with a lot of work to do as the Hunter's Fury comes out. The hit is on Alex's backside. They don't know about him though. They haven't cleared him out just yet. What's peeking around the corner? They do time it with a double swing. Alex gets 1, but Duddy Boy, he's got himself 2 in the round already. The plant is down.
What the hell? That was that pre-fire? I was like, gripes this guy. He can smell him from across the map. Honestly, God. Oh, Crash's Kittens. Man's down, and Duddy Boy gets another shot onto Gripes. Okay, of course, sure he does. It's a save. It's been called. Gloom once that Duddy finally puts him down, but Tensai fast on this potential push. May catch them out. Nah, he's gonna let him run. That was all Duddy. That was all Duddy.
Tell you what, he was millimeters off hitting that pre-fire onto Greaves. That would have been...
Vac, honestly.
That would have been Vac. I wouldn't have even been sure if he's cheating or not. That is... I mean, even now, I'm not sure. He's been playing out of his mind this series, and it might look like Mindfreak are getting carried by this, but as I was saying before, Mindfreak are really setting him up for this play together. They send Watt in, they double swing with him, they're giving him all the util, they're giving him recon darts, they're giving him flashes, they're giving him walls, they're giving him everything to play around, and it's just a masterclass showing from Mindfreak in these rounds.
Plus, you know, it's that awareness and just taking it upon your own shoulders to really clear those angles. Duddy, he wasn't convinced, and he still managed to swing back. Just at the same time, Alex, you know, basically got the first kill. So it's good on them to really still think about parts of the site that have to be cleared. Even though the recon arrow came out first, it didn't detect anyone backside. They recognized these weaknesses and still played around it. So in this stage, a second timeout coming from Crash's Kittens. They have an operator, they have a rifle on one of the players. Maybe some of this can buy up, but this is getting towards the end game now. Every single round counts, every life counts, every gun counts. You can't afford to let your economy spiral out of control when it's 9-7. And Crash's Kittens, look, they're still down by 2. It's been like this for basically the whole game. Mindfreak, very close to 2-0ing this for the debut performance. It's not clean, it's a bit gritty, but still one hell of a good game.
Yeah, I mean, that's what to expect from Valorant. A lot of the time, there's going to be messy games. There's a lot of util that can just disrupt rounds, make them super messy, and I think that's the goal for Crash's Kittens here. Because again, I've said this so many times, but Mindfreak, they're such a disciplined team. You just need to disrupt what they're doing, and I think we might be seeing a bit of an aggressive operator come out from Gloom, try to get an aggressive peak, maybe just try to pace change it, stop them from getting so much early control.
Ooh.
And it does look like he's getting close A main there with that operator, but they're going to dog him out. He does manage to break the dog, which is an important piece of util, and Mirza has such a good flank here. He gets so much info from WOT running away there that they should be able to stack up towards the B side now. Zane's heading over there. They're running through tunnel. Tensai's already met with a bit of force, but Alex is not able to connect the shots. Zane's already there, but what can he do? He's already stuck in CT, and these guys have full site control. The info comes, but it's just too late.
Disaster. I liked the play early on, but Mindfreak, they didn't care. They're just hightailing it over towards B, and then it was far too late. Only Alex point blank out in the open with the Guardian. Needs to land hard headshots, couldn't get it done at all. And Mindfreak, they're split across the entire site, and basically a square post-plant setup. Moza, okay, he's hiding behind the camp. I don't think they've spotted him just yet, and here comes the KO ultimate. But under the window though, Moza has to be aware that there's a possibility someone's camping right under him. Guardian picked up by Zay, needs some clean headshots, famming away, can't get it done, and Mindfreak, it's just a clean sweep at this point. Team Ace, flawless, double digits, and that's one hell of a way to get it.
Not a single player on Mindfreak took damage that round.
Wow.
That's
pretty rough, isn't it?
Like, it is very rough. It was looking like it could have been anyone's round. Like, the amount of info that they had pushing down holes was very good, but Mindfreak, they realize they don't have that much info towards the A side. They just need to speed it up, because if they realize that the hit is coming over towards B when they have no other map pressure, they're going to be running into a stack. So they just managed to use what they had very quickly and took the site before the numbers could get there.
A similar play again, and I don't think Mindfreak they even realized that someone on defense pushed down there that deep. So this is the round in which it may pay off. But the problem is, Mindfreak is going pedal to the metal over towards the A side. Site's been taken, and they'll be aware of the flanks. Oh no, Junior, this isn't it. This is suffering. Oh, Les Mercer just does that! Slice and dice, picks up 2! That's suddenly doable! And Table goes to swing as well! Mercer's missing the blades! And then there's 2 players, and there's 3 guns right in front of them! And that's a fantastic snake bite. It just buys a little bit more time! And Gloom over towards the doors. He has a gun, but he gets taken down! Mercer, what's going on with him? It's the jet glitch! It's the jet glitch in an official! He can't pull out a gun! He can't pull out his ultimate! This is disaster, Junior! Not like this. Essentially, it's a 1v3 at this point. He's holding a hamburger! He's the bait! He's trying to get it done! Zane, do something! Please! He's crying! What a way to go into 11-7! And it's all down to Zane. I'm crying in the cloud, man. Junior, this isn't it.
Shot down.
That is absolutely tragic. Moses feeling himself. He's got 2 picks with the Blade Fury, and he gets a bug! He's holding a burger in his hands while he's trying to retake.
Oh, no. Oh. Someone clip that. That has to be submitted onto Twitter to tag Riot as well. This is a freaking open qualifiers official. In single elimination, by the way. He pops his ultimate, 2 rifles down. That could have been so doable. It's a 3v3 situation. And there's the bug. There's the glitch. He can't pick up anything. Oh, God. I don't know. I think we're going to have to go for a tech pause because that's just ridiculous. The players are asking for it. So, guys, let's just go for a short breather while we try and figure out what's happening. And I'll be honest, I'm the player who has to basically... I'm the person who has to call this right now. So, it's a bit rough on me. Don't go away just yet. The game's still ongoing. Tech pause coming in. Go get some water. Go get a drink. All right, guys, short little tech pause there. I thought it would be longer, but turns out that's not around. Rollback. Both teams have agreed to play it on. Fair enough. Good sportsmanship. And as Junior was saying off camera, most likely that would have been a Mindfreak round. They were set up for the win, and they had these long-range engagements already down pat. Regardless, though, 11-7, it's not a result Crash's Kittens are going to be happy with, especially after that, I would say, almost cucking them in a desperate situation. And this round, one player down early on. Gloom hasn't been really playing his best on this series. And first player to go down, Moser, between the rock and a hard place. Good luck.
Well, they just decided to leave him, head over towards B-side, but Alex has stopped them up in their tracks completely. But as I say that, Duddy Boy gets 2 picks, and this is just what Duddy Boy's been doing all series long. He's just such a threat. I don't even know you could updraft on this. This is a spot that he can be in. But they have complete free roam over the A site. And as Gloom says in the chat, check this guy's PC, man.
And look at that. The proactive positioning, sicko. Just catches Zane looking the wrong way. No one's ever going to check that angle when you're down that many players. Looking to be match point now. And I dare say, Crash's Kittens, their mental has gone complete boom. It's done.
It's definitely not a nice thing, because I was saying it off camera when we were on a bit of a break there. It was most likely a Mindfreak round, but you can't help but think what could have happened. You know, Mercer's feeling himself. He's got 2. He's got the knives out. He's going for more. But he just gets completely denied of something that he cannot change. Seiko is cheating. Seiko is cheating, actually. Yeah.
Match point.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, match point, 12-7.
Here.
It's actually a pretty close scoreline when you look at it on paper, right? And despite all the difficulties that Crash's Kittens had, they put up one hell of a fight. Honestly, I think they should be really proud going up against Mindfreak, who have had all the backing and the practice and the strats. Well, I won't say world class, but just much better talent in general. These guys were punching above their weight. So
But we can't count him out just yet. Gloom gets the opener onto Seiko, and that is the wall gone. That's a very nice shot. Almost gets the second there on a Duddy Boy, which would have been so big. But this is still a tough round because they have a gun deficit. Duddy Boy shuts him down. He's just so sharp. Mercer can't even shut him down himself. And this might be it. It might be over for Crash's Kittens here as Mindfreak are storming onto the A side. The bomb's going down. Creeps, shoots the trip, swinging through, trying to connect the shot, but he's not getting. He pulls a knife up inside, gets the kill with his shot dart. Now it's 3 versus 2. This is still winnable for Crash. No, never mind. Yeah.
The craziest thing was Duddy Boy killing the kill into a player higher up. He wasn't even flicking fast. It was just so slow and precise. I was like, wow. And he still got the kill regardless. Oh, that's just brutal onto Zane. Only the head at 13-7. I gotta say, you know, kind of anticlimactic to happen this way. The burger holding, 13-7. But hey, still, we gotta give it to Mindfreak. That was clean. That was class. And Duddy Boy indeed stepping into the role very, very well.
Yeah, I mean, look, you were talking about Ronsky before the game and Duddy Boy having big shoes to fill, but I think he has filled them. He has just gotten himself 56 frags across a 2-map series. That is an absolute monster performance for him and the side of Mindfreak. They played it so well, and yeah, it sucks to see that there was a bug in a later round there that could have potentially swayed the round. I think Mindfreak still had the advantage there, but you cannot take it away from Mindfreak at all. They've played super well this series, but you, again, also have to give props to Crash's Kittens. You know, they're a lesser-known team. Coming into this, a lot of people had them just bowing out straight away, but they did put up a fair bit of a fight. So well played to them, but yeah, Mindfreak were just too good today.
Yeah, absolutely. And monster performance coming from Duddy Boy. Just to reiterate that again, you did the math there. Good on you, man. I'm Asian, and I couldn't do it as fast as you. But the thing is, can he carry the momentum going further? Because he stepped into the shoes very well, and as a team completely, he's not just running in there at them and getting these frags. It's a bit different to how Ronsky kind of plays. Duddy Boy is much sneakier, he's much quieter, he's got a little bit more depth to him. He's more rounded, dare I say, than Ronsky, who's just an absolute gun, just goes in there. But look, this is only game 1 of the debut. So far, so good. Clean 2-0. Let's see them in the next game. Guys, thank you for watching tonight. This might be the only game we will be covering because I'm hungry, and it's, you know, it's been a long day after work. Hope you enjoyed the show. And Junior, thank you for coming on. Our first time casting together. Loved it. Fantastic. Good vibes all the way through. You had to take your glasses off, unfortunately, but that's fine. We deal with these things. Everyone, thank you for showing up, and of course, show us some support, especially to our lovely observer at Connie_AU, as you can see popping up in the chat the whole time. Did a fantastic job over the usual crash. Everyone, Junior as well, Junior_OC, ex-pro player turned caster, really stepping into his role fantastically well. And as always, I'm Digital Cast. Thank you. See you next time.